We are back with Timeless Closets and Cabinetry, where elegance meets organization. And we are excited to have this amazing New Jersey-based company with over 20 years of design experience helping us. And of course, the owner of that company is Miss Wendy Scott. She's joining us here today as our Professional of the Year. Excited to talk more about her amazing and beautiful work. How are you today?
I'm great, Jill. How are you?
Fantastic. Hot and day New Jersey and New York today, right?
I bet you wish you were back on the water.
I know, right? Totally. Don't we all? Um,
Yes.
well, pleasure to have you back. And for those new time listeners out there, tell us a little bit about Timeless Closets and cabinetry.com. That's the website. Tell us a little bit about what it is that you do before we get started.
Absolutely. Custom closets and cabinetry, just like it says in the name, working on the timeless design. And, yes, it's a custom closet, but a little more outside the box where I kind of get into trouble and do a little more unique things when needed.
And we love the fact that it's custom, completely customizable, right? And it's
Absolutely.
not only a closet, it's like the story behind the closet. There's so much that goes into this, which you've been teaching me over the past few weeks. I can't believe some of the closets that you work on. But again, we're going basic to middle of the road. There's all different things you can change. And I love how you've been able to show us this on the podcast, in the Zoomcast, I should say. What did you have in mind for us today?
Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to talk about designer show houses. And I'm going to go ahead and click share screen if you're ready.
I'm ready. Go for it.
Share screen. Here we go. Okay. So share screen. So designer show houses, this is kind of geared, while it's geared towards the interior designer, who is a big client of mine, it's also geared, it's interesting for homeowners as well because, they're going to learn a lot. They're going to see a lot of really cool things. Um, so the designer show house that I like to do is called the Mansion in May. And I'm going to here's like three projects that I've done over the years with the mansion in May, on McCall, the Abbey, the Tyvon Hill, and Three Fields. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of talk about the process and the why and what goes into it,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll
Perfect.
break it down. Okay, so
Sounds good.
what is it? So for this particular one, and each designer show house has like a lot of them have missions. This particular one it's done by every 2 years by the Women's Association and for the Morristown Medical Center. So what they've been doing is they find a house that's historic. It's really cool. You can see a few from on the picture. They find this house, and then they about 9 months before it's opened, they bring in a group of interior designers, kitchen companies, builders. They walk through, and it's a raw space. It's disgusting. And they pick a space and they come up with a concept, and then you make a storyboard. I'm going to go backwards in a second.
Sure,
They make
sure.
this board, and then they pick who gets it, and then you basically it's like you now have an opportunity for a 30-day pop-up showroom in a sense. But what the medical center does is in them doing this is one of their fundraisers. And with this particular fundraiser, they've been doing it since 1974, and they have raised over $12 million.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
And just the one from 23, they raised $1.6 million. And they pick a different thing. So this one was for the Gagnon Institute of Bioskills Training and Innovation. So
Mm-hmm.
this is one of their many fundraisers that they do throughout the year, and this particular one happens every other year.
Now,
Yeah,
just to mention, this is, oh my gosh. So the Mansion in May is the signature
it's called the
fundraiser.
Mansion in May, and interesting enough, I wasn't really thinking about it, but I messaged them the other day, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to have a preview coming up soon." So they've already picked their house. They're not telling anybody where or what it is yet, but the invites for this show for the designers to come and preview will be coming out soon. Um,
Awesome.
so that's always fun and exciting.
Sure
Um,
is.
so and the first thing you do is you walk through and you see, so this on the left was the one from the Abbey, and it was in the basement, and it was just this weird raw space. The one on the right was actually a pre-existing closet. It literally was a California closet. I pulled out a shelf and saw a sticker that it was over 20 years old. So a
Whoa.
little bit past its prime. But what you're seeing is you're getting this really raw space and you get to redo it. Um, you pick your space. You could pick anything. As a closet person, I don't have to necessarily do a closet. I could do a dry bar or a wet bar. I could do a gym. I could do a garage. You could do anything you want. And that's a lot of the interior designers like to kind of go. There was one from Three Fields this year, and he won the Tulip Award. And I believe his room was like a Christmas room, and it was really cool. Um, so what you do is you present your concept,
Okay.
and you make a storyboard. The one on the left was from the Abbey. The one on the right was Three Fields. I got to tell you, I don't know how interior designers do it. This took me like 4 hours.
Oh my goodness. So
I'm cutting,
presenting the concept.
presenting the concept. You come up with your color, you get your idea, and it's actually important to kind of figure out the price as you're going along. And that's something we'll talk about later as to why that's
Yeah.
important. And the one on the left, believe it or not, I had an interior designer named Amy Simpson, House to Home in Hunterdon County, help me with it. I called her and FaceTimed with her for literally 3 hours until I got it just right.
Wow.
Because what you do is you turn in this board, and then they have to pick and decide if they want you or not. So
Oh my
it's
goodness.
not a given.
Pressure. Pressure.
It's
Oh,
not a given. All right. So then they have a preview day. And with the preview day, it's cool. They bring in people from the media, and they're going to get a walk around, see what it looks like before. Um, Media day, even though it's media day, you're actually on photo lockdown. Like from now on, you can't show a photo of anything, because what they do is, and how they raise the money. And if you want to tour this house once it's open 7 days a week for 30 days in
okay.
the month of May, you have to pay a pretty, I'm going to get in trouble. It was like $55 a ticket to
Okay.
walk through this space. But again,
Wow.
this is tons and tons of designers, not just inside the house, but they have an outside, they have a whole garden area, and they're doing outdoor features as well. One of the fun things I did this year is I'm like, they're having media day. So let's invest the social media people. So I set up a little table and I put out little handles, and I let the
Aw.
media pick my handle. And funny enough, I had a sample, and I believe it was the girl in the center who
I
said,
see her. Okay.
I like this, but why don't you change the color to this? And that's what we did. So I believe it was her who helped me pick out. I don't remember her name, but her name is on the Instagram at the top. But I wanted them invested in the room
Yeah.
so that when it came time to show pictures and to give back, maybe they would remember me. Okay, so then you start constructing it. And fun stuff, Benjamin Moore donates all the paint for the entire
Wow.
mansion, almost, I want to say almost every year. So you pick out your color, you paint it. Interesting enough, so we'll talk about this at the end. I would say about 90% of what goes into a show house comes back out. So
Really?
yes, and if you do something funky like this green room, you then have to paint it back to a neutral color.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Typically throughout the house, like in the Three Fields, the floors, most of them are wood and they stay. So exceptional flooring in Cedar Knolls exceptional flooring concepts in Cedar Knolls, they helped everyone in the mansion do their floors because they had to stay behind. This carpet, I don't know if you could see it, you'll see it later, was one of their own carpets that they actually make. I don't know how that works,
Oh my
but
gosh.
amazing design center. So you start constructing, and then you get to the fun stuff.
Ooh.
So if you remember the very first picture in the beginning, this is the picture at the end.
Wow. I see that. That's the carpet that was
So
underneath
that's
that.
the carpet. Gorgeous. And I actually did, and so we'll go through some of the details. So what goes into the closet in a perfect world, the client, who there is often a buyer for the home or an owner, has a choice to walk through the home, and they have first dibs. They can buy anything. They can keep it. Um, Highly discounted price. A portion
Hmm.
also goes to the Morristown Medical Center fundraiser. So, and that's why you're keeping track of your costs and everything.
Got
And so
it.
as you're working with these, working your numbers out, you're contacting all your vendors and you're saying, all right, this is what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a discount? So you might get discounts on your materials, on different things in the room. Some of the fun stuff in here, so these are the handles that we ended up going with. And Wendy, being a little sly devil,
Aha,
um,
what'd you do?
I knew that the homeowner's significant other loved the color blue.
Those are blue. Get a
So these
touch.
are blue handles. So actually, it's leather blue with stitching on the inside. I found them on Etsy. They
Wow.
coordinated perfectly with the blue carpet. And we looked at tan carpet, but a lot of the people in the mansion that year knew that she loved the color blue. And so there was blue touches throughout that house. And then in this, you can't see it, and I didn't put a picture in here. I actually have blue suede jewelry inserts, custom done from the Jewelry Tray Factory, because we know she loved blue. So we were a little tricky. Um, and then just like cute little details that go into it. These There's a baseboard heat behind, so I put feet and raised it up
Wow.
above, and the feet I found on Etsy. And then these drawers are all wrapped in a gold metal trim. What I did was I ordered my drawers from JB Cutting. They sent them to Echo Domo, who we're going to interview soon. They wrapped them in gold, and then they took their leather drawer fronts and wrapped those in gold. And then I ordered a leather countertop from them as well. So we played nice throughout the industry. Everybody's helping each other. And this is where when the guys came into with their wives to tour the home and their eyes glazed over because it's a woman's closet, I pulled
Yeah.
them aside and I did the trick. This is recycled leather. Where do you think this leather comes from? And that's when, Jill, do you remember the answer?
The car dealerships, yes, the leftover leathers from when they're making the car seats. Yes,
Good job. You're going to be
that's
ready for
fascinating.
when we interview
Oh, I can't
Christian,
wait.
you're going to be set. So, a little ottoman. And what's fun about the room, when you do these rooms, everything in the room is for sale.
Oh, wow.
You can buy everything. You can't have it until the end. What I did here, knowing that it was for sale, and when you do your custom closet, you want to be able to shop your own closet, right? So, in spirit of shop your own closet, I called up Addicted Chic, which is a woman's boutique in Flemington, and they came and they outfitted my closet with clothing and shoes that were all for sale. So, we
Wow.
basically had a pop up boutique in our pop up showroom.
Oh my
So we had
goodness.
fun, and people were like, what do you mean it's for sale? And they wanted to try on their clothes. And again, yes, the ladies were paid for their product, but a portion of all the proceeds still went to the fundraiser. And this is throughout the whole house. So as there's statues, it's for sale. My chandelier was for sale. All of these things become for sale. The chandelier, I love it. Do I have it up close of that one? Maybe not. All right. Well, the chandelier
Gorgeous. Hmm.
and the sconces all came from Aura Lighting. Here's an up close of my leather handles and that gold trim going around the drawers. And I gambled because I ordered from Etsy. I found
Hmm.
something on Amazon. I had gold from someone else, and I didn't know if any of them were going to match.
Wow.
Thankfully, the stars aligned and it all matched. So you're doing statement pieces. When I first did the first design, you're worried about, is somebody going to buy it? So you kind of like pull back with your design, which is the biggest no-no of all. When you're going to do a showroom, go big or go home,
Hmm.
because who cares? Even when you do your own custom closet, design it for yourself. Don't worry about it. I did this crazy $20,000 closet glam room, and I found out the other day that she sold the house 2 years ago, and the new homeowner thought it was too gaudy and threw it in the garbage.
Oh my gosh.
So
Yeah.
design it for
Yep.
you.
Yep.
Um,
Wow.
More details. There's an up close of the leather and the gold trim going around it. JB Cutting also made these robust shelves for me, and we lit up the cabinets so that we had
Wow.
everything for display. And again, remember, everything is on sale.
Mm-hmm.
So we had, it was right after the Kentucky Derby. We had a Kentucky Derby hat, which is not for sale. That's my personal hat.
Ah,
Um,
I love it.
half the shoes were for sale. I got to tell you, though, these roller skates right here,
Where? I didn't see roller skates.
right here, that was a hot item right there.
Oh my, those leopard roller skates?
Leopard roller skates.
Oh my gosh.
It's all about
Amazing.
having fun.
Yeah.
Mirror. There's a nice up close of the carpet again. So all these details are fun. There's the light, more leather, the different knobs I put throughout.
Beautiful.
And then we're going to go so that one was Three Fields. At the Abbey, this is
Oh,
where I went in a different direction. And I did this with Sophisticated Storage Solutions back when I worked with them, also known as SSS Custom Closets. And we made a craft room instead of a closet because why not? And so this is one of my favorite pictures right here. This is an artist called Soulbone Art, and he
oh,
takes India art, or he takes vintage sheet music, and he draws India ink pictures on this. So this is all Beatles music
John
that
Lennon, Imagine. I see. So
he
it's
drew
all,
on.
oh my goodness.
But this is all closet stuff kind of going outside the
Yep.
box. So again, this is, it's your pop-up display. And I have garage slat wall that I'm using to hang, to make a kind of combined wrapping art craft room.
Beautiful.
This is all tag hardware, stuff that goes in the closet, but we're using it so that we can house all the little pieces. You've got your wrapping center, a little desk area. Atlas Marble did the countertop right here. Up here are shoe fences holding your ribbons. So these are just kind of outside the box things that are made in closets done in a different way. And then watching our time, again, up close and personal, just the different trays that you can do. Again, closet pieces
Ah,
being used
place
outside
to
the
have all
box.
your wrapping paper, your bags. Okay, don't laugh. You know where I keep my bags and wrapping paper in my dishwasher.
In your dishwasher.
Yeah, I don't use the dishwasher. I've never had, but and then my sister
Oh
came
my,
over a few months ago and her daughter, and they hit the button by accident. So I lost all my. I never disconnected it. I just never use
oh
it.
my
It was my
gosh.
storage area.
Jill,
Help,
I need to come to your house so bad.
help. Yeah, yeah. All right.
Oh man.
Uh,
So there's again the Imagine. Again, I
Beautiful.
used
That
the same
color.
lighting company here. This is
Mhm.
also Atlas Marble. This is the same lighting company, Aura in Greenbrook, who has just amazing lights. And it's just that fun piece. Again, it's a display. It's a way to show everybody what you can do. Um, this one I did actually during COVID. I did this with this was all under my last company, Boutique Closets, and we didn't have our own room, but we got called and from Carla Trincanalo, and she needed someone to build the cabinetry, and she was making this woman's boutique, like a kind of like a little woman's like a she shed.
Mhm.
So one of the things we talked about is where do you put your wedding dress, right? And we had angled ceilings, so we did a wedding dress cabinet. We've got all leather again from Echo Domo here, and just like fun
Wow.
pieces
I've never
throughout.
seen anything like that. That is
It's crazy.
beautiful.
Again, a wrapping station so that you can have all your wrapping paper in one place.
Mhm.
Revishelf makes a pullout where you can have an outlet. So you have power. You've got the canisters for your hot glue guns.
Mhm.
Again, Atlas Marble has the countertop here. You know, do you remember that I said the wine refrigerator that was
Ah,
white?
beautiful.
Right there. It's all pretty. I don't have the rest of Carla's room. Um, but just like a little fun example of different spaces that you can do. And again, it's a pop-up showroom. And then the question is, what happens when it's over? Um, Sadly, I have to report that most of this one went into the garbage. Yeah, that wasn't kept. This desk piece right here is actually going to go into my new showroom, or not my new showroom,
Good.
my new office.
Good.
Because I kept all that because it's leather and it's amazing and it's white crocodile, which I love. This one, if you wanted to see it, is actually was pulled out and repurposed at SSS Custom Closets in their showroom in Bridgewater. So you can actually see what this looks like live and in person.
Just curious, what is that now? Is that wood? Is that a laminate? Is
No,
that
this is all
the
closet material.
that's wow.
So TFL, what they
That's
used to
what it's
call
called again. Yep.
melamine,
Yep. Remind us.
it's all made out of TFL. These doors were done by BKT Primolay. They're a company out of Canada. It's all closet material pieces. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking in the
That's
background.
okay.
That's
Always
why we
welcome.
have edits. I'm gonna beat her up. And
That
then
is beautiful.
lucky enough, they kept this one. So the
Oh,
homeowners did keep this closet. California Closets had a display next to me. I believe that one was kept as well because this one was going to be a true home where someone was living in. So yeah. So designer show houses, again, 90% comes out. It goes for a great charity. You work really hand in hand with your vendors to make it happen because it's like having a temporary showroom.
mm-hmm.
Though there's two whys as to why you do it. One is, it is part of a charity, so it's a great way to give back. But as a pop-up showroom, you're also, as a designer, you're getting amazing photos. These photos were done by Julian Huerta. Beautiful photos that you can use forever that becomes part of your portfolio because you're doing something a little more unique and outside the box and fun. It's a way to meet designers and other interior designers. And once you become networking, even they need closet companies as part of their service. So it's a good networking thing. It's great to meet a lot of potential clients. Um, and that's kind of why we do it. It's you get out of it what you put into it. Um, while it's open there for 30 days, they're having all these tours and special events. You can be in the room meeting these people the entire time and making that connection and explaining what you've done and why. So it's a really fun project. I'm looking forward to seeing what the house looks like for 2025. So even though 2025 is the next
Got it.
house, the process will start around, I want to say, August, September.
Wow, this is something I totally learned. I never knew this even existed, this type of work. This is fascinating.
I didn't even send you questions because I wanted to like throw you off and see if you
I
would
I
see if
can't
you would
believe
have
you found
organic
those
questions.
blue on Etsy, those blue
Etsy.
leather. Oh my gosh.
Yes, Etsy. Now listen,
Custom.
what's fun? So I wanted that Papa Blue and that which is
Yes.
fun. What you I'm quoting a job right now where they want kind of a similar figure configuration that as this, where it's leather and the wraps and everything, but they want their countertop and their handles to match. So Echo Domo is going to be taking leather wrapping, so with the brown crocodile countertop, wrapping leather around in match to my handles as well as my feet. So fun, they can do pretty much anything you ask of them.
Oh my goodness. I am in love. I cannot wait to redo my home one day. Can't wait till my kids are older because this stuff is just so beautiful. It
It's
is
the options are endless. You can pretty much do anything. That's what's fun about it. It is a fun industry
it
to be a
is.
part of.
And I love the fact that you redesigned, you took part of that other piece, obviously you mentioned for your own office, like so it didn't have to go to waste. You can oh my gosh, there's more.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, I'm just going backwards.
no, no, no. So
Yeah,
is that the chandelier on the left? Hold on, go back. When
yes,
we said it earlier, we couldn't find the picture, but that is the
that's the chandelier.
chandelier.
So Aura Lighting has it in Greenbrook, and so it was brought over, and I want to say I went over to hang all these gems, these little glass pieces, and I was about 15 minutes on and one up, and I said, there's got to be a better way. So I phoned a friend. I phoned a closet, an interior designer, Linda Kessler, and she's like, no, I know somebody. And they came over and did it for me. And it took them like half an hour. I was like, oh my God,
Oh my goodness. It's so funny.
beautiful piece though. And in a closet, you have to be careful when you have a chandelier because it's against fire code in New Jersey. You can
Really?
only have a flush mount chandelier. You can't have a real chandelier. It's a fire violation. It doesn't matter how big your closet is. So unless it's changed, I do have to read your fire codes, but everybody's like, "Oh, I want a chandelier in my closet." Yeah. Do your homework first.
Didn't know
Double
that.
check. Double check. So that's designer show houses in a nutshell. How to
Beautiful.
do it, why, and where to go.
And how do we reach out to you and find you, Miss Wendy Scott?
Miss Wendy Scott can be reached at 908-975-9381 at Timeless Closets and Cabinetry, and that is for my website and my Instagram and my Facebook. And you can email me at wendy@timelesscc.com. We will put this video up in about 48-ish hours, and I will include the websites and the links to anyone I've talked about.
Sweet. And by the way, do you have a preview for next week? What are we talking about? Do you know yet?
Next week,
Do we have a guest?
I think we might be doing my closet next week.
Oh, the one that you're in right now that I could see?
The one that I'm in right now, because I
Okay.
have every accessory known to man. And so I think we might be breaking down my closet next week. And then the following week, we're going to go to a model home where we've kind of redone and kind of glammed it out for a builder and see some
Exciting.
of the fun, subtle glam that we've got going on in there.
All right, Wendy Scott, thank you so much. Would you mind just stopping sharing that screen for a moment?
Absolutely. Stop share.
Beautiful. And again, if you want to reach out, go to the website, timelessclosetsandcabinetry.com. And thank you. I mean, beautiful work as always. And you're based out of New Jersey, but you're working with people, clients all over the world at this point, right? I mean, New
Uh,
Jersey's the house, the home
New
base, but
Jersey,
virtually you're doing
yes.
a lot.
Yes, absolutely.
And she will travel.
I
So if
will
you're in
travel.
Arkansas, yeah, you need a cabinetry. Why
Or
not?
I know people.
See? All right, good. Thank you so much, Wendy. Have a great day.
You too. Bye, Jill.
Bye-bye.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.